Hey guys, Jack Garner here with shortfilmtexas.com. This is our weekly Jettisode, if you will, and this is the third installation of our series, I suppose. Today we have kind of a London connection with both our emailer being from London, and the brief topic I want to discuss involves a film shot and made in London about London and a particular actress in the film from London. So why don't I get to call it a classic review, if you will. The film is a few years old. I had seen it twice in the theater when it was here in Austin, Texas. It's called Green Street Hooligans. It stars Elijah Wood, Charlie Hunnam, and Claire Forlani. I think that's how you pronounce her name. If I am incorrect, don't scorch me. It's about soccer hooliganism in London, a particular firm or hooligan group who follow a team there, a premiership team called West Ham United. Like I said, I saw it a few years ago, a couple times in theater, and I have the DVD, and I just revisited the DVD this past weekend with my wife. We hadn't seen it in a few years, so we watched it again. First of all, Charlie Hunnam in that movie is absolutely marvelous. He plays the very essence of cool. He did a wonderful job. Elijah Wood, he's acceptable. I think they could have found someone a little more believable in the part, but you know, it was what it was, and at the time he was Frodo. It was a small film, they needed a big name, so that's who they got. But the performance I want to pick out in particular is a negative review, and it involves Claire Forlani. This is the movie, in my opinion, where she became an awful actress. She is absolutely dreadful in this film. And I don't know if my standards have been raised, and I just never noticed her being a bad actress in general, or if she just really became a bad actress in this movie. Fortunately, she doesn't have a huge part, so it doesn't ruin the film or anything like that. But with or without Claire, I think Green Street Hooligans is definitely worth a trip down to your local video store. Again, study Charlie Hunnam's performance. It is an incredible performance. Enjoyed it. You like the guy he plays. You want to hang out with him. You want to see another movie involving this character, but you probably won't. Okay, our email question comes from Tori, who is located north of London. Tori's a member of Short Film Texas. She visits our site every day. Hey guys, I was just curious. I'm just breaking into the film industry here in the UK. I've studied theater, done a little bit of theater, studied acting, so forth and so forth. My question is, what would I need to do to prepare for a film audition? Now, Short Film Texas fans everywhere, this is a question we receive every day. And I am by no mind, I'm like a lawyer, I'm a non-lawyer here about to give you some legal advice, hypothetically. What works for me doesn't necessarily work for you. Here's what I found for me personally. When I put a bunch of time into a script for an audition, I never get the call back, I never get the role. When I get familiar with the lines, just somewhat familiar with them, and don't put too much stake or consequence or end result into the upcoming audition, that's usually when I do best. Now, that's just the way I operate. That doesn't mean that's going to work for you. So what you really need to do, I'm not nervous at auditions regardless. I don't care if it's a Hollywood director or a local independent film director here in Austin. Auditions don't make me nervous. Some of that has to do with my martial arts background, performing in people for many years of my life, and it's just another level of performance. But ultimately, you got to do what's best for you, whatever's going to calm the nerves. And if you do have nerves, don't be afraid of it. Use it in the audition. Use it to create some layers in that character. And also, don't expect your reader to give you anything. So if you have anyone practice your lines with you, whoever that person is practicing, have them read the lines flat and uneventful, because that is exactly how the assistant to the casting director is going to feed you the lines in the audition. And if your character is supposed to be angry, sad, or whatever, use that reader in the audition's lack of care, lack of concern for you by not giving you anything. Use that to feed the beast within the character. So I hope that helps, Tori in London. And you guys keep on coming with the questions. The more questions we receive, the more visits we hit, the more often we're going to do this kind of thing. And I will let you know too that this podcast, if not yet, all of these podcasts will soon be available on iTunes. All right, peace. Happy week to you from Austin, Texas. Pete, shout out to all of my friends and fans worldwide. I appreciate all the love. Have a good day.